Controller Frank Oyinka, the new Area Controller, Tincan Island Port Command, Nigerian Customs Service, has assured strict compliance with the policy thrust of the current Controller General of Customs and his management team. Controller Oyinka, who spoke while receiving the baton of leadership from the outgoing CAC, who is now redeployed to Customs headquarters in Abuja, following his elevation to the position of Assistant Controller General of Customs (ACG).
I shall be leveraging on the gains and the obvious achievements of the outgoing Customs Area Controller in every way possible, and will try my best, with your support of course, to improve the legacies he's leaving behind. Again, I insist, all this would not be possible without all of you here seated present. We already are aware of the three policy trusts of the CGC, which are consultation, consolidation, and innovation. It is therefore my resolve to work in sync and in tandem with those policy trusts for us to create a reciprocal balance of equity and trade value chain. I shall strive to ensure legitimate prestation of trade. We are going to be guided by the principle of all necessities, as we cannot afford to operate in silos. Officers and men urge you to operate the virtues of professionalism, discipline, and the core values of the service in the discharge of your professional responsibilities, and also ensure that you adhere to recently enacted Customs Act 2023.
During the official handing over ceremony, which took place at the weekend in Lagos, ACG Nnadi Hand expressed gratitude to officers and men of the command.
It is both an honor and a privilege to sit before you as I reflect on the progress we have made together during my tenure here. For the past 15 months, I've had the honor of serving alongside a very dedicated and hardworking team here in Tincan Command. Through our collective efforts, we have achieved significant successes, none of which would have been possible without the unwavering support of our stakeholders here. I want to thank all of you, dear esteemed stakeholders, and tell you that we are not taking your support and cooperation for granted. During my tenure in this command, my team and I focused on key priorities, working tirelessly to enhance operational efficiency, streamline the clearance process, and we engaged effectively with stakeholders. As you will recall, January 2024 this year, we declared Tincan Port as the year of stakeholders. We embraced innovative technologies to improve cargo clearance, and these efforts have resulted in faster and more accurate operations. Additionally, we have made strides in increasing revenue and ensuring compliance with international trade regulations as required by the service. I am proud to report that as of this year, the command has collected a total revenue of 1.266 trillion as revenue. This represents about 86.8% of the 2024 federal government target of 1.4 trillion. This marks a significant improvement from the 716.478 billion that we generated in the previous year, 2023. Why this revenue excites is because it is coming at a time when cargo throughput dropped significantly, not just in Nigeria, but all over the world following the global economic situation. Our enforcement and our smuggling units have worked relentlessly to combat smuggling and other criminal activities. Customs remains the lead agency at the port, conducting 100% physical examination in collaboration with key stakeholders to ensure strict adherence to trade regulations. Notably, the duty paid value of goods seized in Tincan within this period of 15 months is 4.5 trillion naira duty paid value. Recall that when I resumed here, I said that we are going to support those compliant traders who partner with us, and that we are also going to give opportunity to non-compliant traders but who are willing to change. But that for those who will test our resolve, that we will hit them hard. Indeed, we hit them hard because in the previous year, 2023, the duty paid value for seizures made in the command was just 1,051 billion naira. But this year, we have seized 4.5 trillion naira worth of goods. This is a significant increase. In our effort to modernize the port, we adopted 24 hours operational model aligning with global best practices. I have said this before, that when this port is sleeping, ports in Asia, Europe, and America are awake. And when they are sleeping, we are awake here in Nigeria. Therefore, it becomes very imperative that we must adopt 24 hours cargo clearance process in our ports and jettison the idea of turning our weekends for celebrations alone. We must embrace working during weekends, and I'm glad to announce that we leveraged on that to improve on our services. This improved our operational efficiency, reduced congestion in the ports, and strengthened our competitiveness within the sub-region. Our continued efforts to embrace international standards reflect our commitment to facilitating trade and improving the economic growth of Nigeria as a nation. To support a level playing field for importers and stakeholders, the command approved the establishment of 10 new terminals, increasing the total number of terminals in Tincan Port to over 58, though not all of them are fully operational. But it is very significant for us to note that in a space of 15 months that I've been here, 10 new bonded terminals sprang up in Tincan. It is a confirmation of our proudness in promoting trade facilitation. It is also a measure of the confidence reposed in us by these businessmen. Permit me to mention a few of them and appreciate them. Within the last 15 months, we've had Cephas Ejora open up. We've had Comet Shipping open up. We have Eco Premier, P. Honeywell Bonded Terminal, Dutchland Bonded Terminal, Libra Seco Bonded Terminal, GNT Bonded Terminal, Emifra Bonded Terminal, and of course, somebody ported from Apapa and joined us here, seeing what we're doing, Sapit Bonded Terminal. I want to appreciate these people for reposing confidence in us and in our ability to facilitate trade on their behalf. I have the honor to inform you that the area command recently conducted a time release study as recommended by the World Customs Organization and endorsed by the British government through His Royal Majesty's Customs and Tax Administration. The Controller General of Customs graciously appointed me as chairman of that study. The TRS as a customs process aims to enhance efficiency and effectiveness in customs operations by assessing the time it takes for goods to be released from terminals within the port premises. This and the result of this study will be unveiled in time by the Controller General. Furthermore, since the establishment of Tincan Island Port Command in 1977, the office complex had never undergone major renovations. I am pleased to report that significant changes were made, symbolizing a shift towards a modern, efficient, and service-oriented future when we renovated this building.
The African Association of Professional Freight Forwarders and Logistics of Nigeria, AFLON, Chairman, Tincan Island Chapter, Alhaji Akeem Ayobi Ojo, spoke with Seabed and Bunkers Communication Television, expressed high hopes from the new controller in terms of revenue generation and trade facilitation. While the National Publicity Secretary, Association of Nigeria Customs License Agents and NALCA, Mr. Emmanuel Oyema, expressed gratitude and optimism, saying that the CAC would perform to stakeholders' expectation.
I believe the new incoming controller, Oyinka, is a seasoned officer. He is not a baby in the Nigerian Customs Service. He was AC evaluation here. He knows the terrain. He knows what goes on here before he was transferred to Apapa. And thank God that he has been increasing value in experience. Reason why he was brought in here as the new controller of customs. Without missing word, he knows what to do. He knows where to go. He has said it in his address during the handing over in the conference room there. What he needed to support him and how he wants it to be done. The people he wants around him, the stakeholders, the customs, the agencies, the shipping companies and the terminal operators, he has appealed to each and every one of us to make sure that we work together for him to achieve more better than what his predecessor has just achieved.
And for the young man that is coming down, is somebody I know about his antecedent. He started his journey in this Tincan as a 3-star officer. Oyinka has done wonderfully well. The last assignment was him being the DC of violation. From the DC of violation, where he heated revenue, he was moved down to on airport. On airport, he defined himself, defined his personality, brought out his true pictures that has to do with trade, and he hid the revenue. From One, they brought him down to Apapa. And you can attest within the short period that he has spent in Apapa, he has taken 2 awards. And one of the awards has to do with revenue generation. And today, we give glory to God. Oyinka is back to Tincan. He's somebody that have that antecedent. He's somebody that even the media men, we know that yes, Tincan has gotten an office. For me, I am well pleased. For me, I am happy.
His present posting, Controller Oyinka, who holds a BSc in Political Science and a Master in Public Administration, served as the officer in charge of gates at Apapa Premier Port Command. He also served at One Port Area Command, Federal Ocean Terminal FOT Gate, where he assisted immensely to place the command on top charts of transformational innovations, huge revenue collection, and massive seizure. He was the first recipient of the Valued Addition Officer Award created by the present Assistant Controller General, Board ACGB, Imam Roland A. Kama.